Bitch.
Hey guys, TMNT here with
AnimeFreak0ut's. Today, I'm going to be showing you deck profile for my rank 2 spam deck.
Let's get into it.
So, for starters, we're going to have Flag Spreader Zombie of 3, because him and Quillbolt are the main playmakers for this deck. Obviously, because Plague Spreader and Quillbolt are both level 2s, which we go into the rank 2s really easily. And when they're detached as Xyz materials, it resets them and they're not banished if they special summon themselves from the graveyard. So that's why, you know, obviously you're going to need 3 of that.
Right.
Which brings me to 3 Quillbolt Hedgehog. Obviously, Quillbolt Hedgehog, same reason, special summon himself as long as you have a tuner, like Plague Spreader. That's why I have 3 Quillbolt Hedgehog. 2 Fabled Raven. It's a level 2, so in a tight pinch I can normal summon it to get off rank 2. Other than that, it's discard fodder, because its effect is I am allowed to discard cards, as many as I want, once per turn from my hand. So I can discard things like Quillbolt or Plague Spreader, and then get them back from the graveyard. Three TG Striker. I don't have one of them on me right now, so I'm just putting it there for the show.
Proxy.
Yeah, the proxy. TG Striker, because I can special summon it from my hand as long as my opponent controls a monster and I don't control any monsters. And then I can use cards like Inferno Reckless Summon with chaining on that special summon to get more cards. And which just, you know, allows rank 2s for days. Plus he's a tuner, so quick draw, or Quillbolt can come back with him. 3, Sambel the Summoner, because she can special summon any monster of her level from my hand once per turn. So I can special summon something like Quillbolt or Fabled Raven or Plague Spreader, anything along that line, and it gets summoned to the field, and then I can change things like Inferno Reckless Summon once again. Just overall, good card. 1 Mathematician, because he's limit 1, but I get to dump things in the graveyard like Quillbolt or Plague Spreader. And I can run into something during my battle phase to get rid of him, so I can have my full field presence. And then I get the draw card. Mathematician. Armageddon Knight. Same clause as Mathematician, except I can only throw dark things, so I can only throw my Plague Spreader or the only thing I would ever throw with it is Plague Spreader Zombie, which is fine, because in the graveyard you can special summon himself by turning 1 card from your hand to the top of the deck.
Now, would you bump that up to 3 at all if you had another one, or?
I wouldn't bump it up to 3, because it's just, you don't want to see a lot of level 4s, because it's really clunky. You want to have as much ways to throw the
Level
cards
2s
from your
around.
hand into the graveyard. And like, say, if I draw 3 Armageddon Knights, I'm going to be sitting there with 2 of them. And I'm not going to ever summon this second or third one, because I already got the dump that I needed, so. But that brings me into hand destruction, one of the ways to clear up a cloggy hand like that. So, hand destruction, obviously, because you get to send 2 cards from your hand, meaning, say, for example, my Quick Draw Sync, Quillbolt Hedgehog and my Plague Spreader Zombie in tandem, and then potentially damaging my opponent, depending on what deck they're playing, because they have to discard 2 cards, then we each get to draw 2 new ones, and hopefully those would help me out. 2, Ghost Trick Mansion. Not for actually... I'm sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Not for actually activating, but because with Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief, if I detach one, I can search for any Ghost Trick card, and I need Ghost Trick cards in the deck as targets. And I have 2 in case I accidentally draw one, because then I'm completely messed over. So, but I don't want 3, because I don't want to draw, I don't want to run into it, like, ever as a draw, and I think with 3 I'd run into it definitely more often than I do. Next is my Magical Mallet, to clear up brick hands. A lot of people don't play cards like this in Reload, but I play cards like this in Reload. Speaking of Reload, because I like Magical Mallet. 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, because it's the poor man's Twin Twister. I get to pop those pesky Mirror Forces, or whatever kind of trap cards my opponent are playing, which never happen in this format. 2, Pot of Duality. Just a last case in emergency. I can activate it so I can get that final card I need for my play makes. Sure, I won't be able to special summon this turn, but I can wait until next turn and then get all my plays off, and that's why Pot of Duality. 3, Mimiclay, because I can target any level 2 or lower defense position monster at control, and special summon another copy of it from the deck. Pretty self-explanatory, lets you get out more of your level 2s. 3, Inferno Reckless Summon. Inferno Reckless Summon, obviously, for the fact of whenever you special summon a monster with, I think it's 1500 attack or less, you get to special summon as many copies of that from your deck as possible. I mean, sure, it lets your opponent potentially summon 2 to 1 copy as well, but as long as you have So Cute Boss, then you can keep getting rid of whatever they summoned with Inferno Reckless Summon. 1, Foolish Burial, because it's like Mathematician, except I don't have to waste a normal summon on it. 2, Negate Attacks, because old school's fun. If my opponent has a monster that I can't destroy with card effects, and I need to protect myself from battle, I can use Negate Attack, and I can just stop their entire battle phase. 1, Mirror Force, because destroy other attack position monsters. And 1, Trap Stun, to stop people from stopping my attacks. On to the extra deck. I have 1 Utopic Feature, because it's easy to summon. You just need 2 of any of the same rank Xyz monster that aren't numbers monsters, and everything in this deck, excluding a Utopic Feature, meets that requirement. 2, Cat Shark, because detach 1, target a level 4 or lower Xyz monster, its attack is doubled until the end phase. Pretty self-explanatory. For those FTKs. 3, So Cute Boss. You can detach 1 to target a monster on the field whose attack is lower than the combined attack of all of your Ghost Trick monsters, and destroy it. And then they can't use that monster card zone. And then from each So Cute Boss, I can go into Angel of Mischief, which lets me search for the Ghost Trick cards, which allows me to detach again to get my materials back in the graveyard. And then from the graveyard, I can bring Plague Spreader back and Cobalt back, and just keep redoing the process over and over until I have enough damage on board to finish either first, second, and very rarely third turn.
Which is why it's called Rank 2 Spam.
That's it for the deck.
Alright guys, any shout outs you want to give, or
No, not really.
anything you would change in the deck? Or add?
If I had the money, I'd probably invest in like a Solemn Strike Brigade, just so I could stop my opponent from potentially killing me if I go first.
Right. Totally awesome if you had the money.
Totally awesome. I mean, I'd find some way to implement it into the deck, because that card is crazy.
Broken.
Yeah, that card's nuts.
Alright, well, that's the deck, and see you guys later.
Johnny.